Social media algorithms enslave and divide the population by learning which type of cages we prefer and then quietly building them around us. Because we can scroll whenever and like whatever we want. We can comment, share, block, and follow until we've convinced ourselves that just because our little thumbs are physically moving up and down the screen, we must be the ones driving the car, but we're not. We're sitting in the passenger seat of a self-driving propaganda machine all giddy with excitement that we've been given permission to change the radio station. Fear, validation, tribalism, drama, conflict. That tiny little dopamine spike you get when someone confirms the thing you already believed, only much louder, meaner, funnier, and with subtitles flying across the screen as if your frontal lobe is being held hostage by a casino machine until, over time, your feed stops being a window into the world and becomes a mirror pointed directly toward your own biases. You click one video about how your political enemies are stupid, and suddenly the algorithm goes, "Oh, you liked that? Here are 700 more videos proving that everyone who disagrees with you is not merely wrong, but evil, insane, brainwashed, probably paid by somebody, and personally responsible for the collapse of civilization," because that is how an echo chamber actually functions. Like a room with infinite doors, except every door just leads to a slightly more extreme version of the room you were already in. And because you technically walked through those doors yourself, you mistake the architecture of the prison for personal choice. Old school propaganda had to convince millions of people to believe the same message, but algorithmic propaganda does something far more advanced and sinister. It gives every single person their own custom-made propaganda universe, perfectly tailored to their fears, insecurities, resentments, desires, and emotional weak points. The algorithm is not your friend, it is not your teacher, and it is most certainly not your comrade. It is a profit-maximizing behavioral prediction engine built by corporations whose entire business model depends on keeping you emotionally stimulated, socially divided, and just dissatisfied enough with your real life that you keep coming back to the screen for another hit. But consuming information is not the same thing as developing critical thought. Being exposed to 900 videos a day does not mean that you better understand the world. It means your brain is being machine gunned with disconnected fragments of contextless information, arranged neither by importance, accuracy, nor moral value, but by whichever sequence is most likely to prevent you from closing the app.